So you've gotten a hang of the basics of talking to an AI, but you're ready to really level up, right? Well, let's do it. We're going to move way beyond simple instructions and dive into some intermediate strategies that will absolutely transform the quality of what you get back from your AI.
And just so you know, everything we're covering in this explainer comes directly from Chapter 5 of the tutorial on prompt engineering for customer service and support created by Virtualization Options LLC.
So let me ask you this. Are your AI conversations hitting a wall? You've probably found that basic prompts work fine for simple stuff, but the second you throw a complex or, a delicate customer issue at it, they just fall flat. They don't get the nuance at all.
And that's exactly why our first big strategy is to get beyond single basic instructions. For the really tough problems, you have to deconstruct the task. Break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Think of it less like you're giving a command and more like you're briefing a highly skilled human colleague. I mean, the difference is just night and day. On one hand, you have a single, vague prompt like, hey, solve this customer's problem, which, gets you a generic, pretty useless response. But on the other hand, a structured, multi-step process, that gives you a thoughtful, high-quality solution. It's not even close.
And the process itself just makes sense. First, you get the AI to just analyze the situation. That's it. Then, based on that analysis, you ask it to develop a strategy. Only then do you ask it to actually draft a response. And finally, you, the expert, come in to refine the output. See how each step builds on the last?
In that first step, you're not even asking for an answer. You're prompting the AI to think. For example, you might say this: ask it to identify the customer's emotional state, the potential root causes. You're forcing it to really understand the landscape before it even thinks about writing a single word.
And this is the key. Doing this elevates your AI from just being a simple tool that follows orders into a real strategic partner. It's helping you analyze and strategize, not just, type out a pre-written email.
Okay, but what about all the variables? Not every customer problem is the same, right? This brings us to our next powerhouse strategy for creating prompts that are flexible and can adapt on the fly, using conditional logic.
Conditional logic is, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're literally building if-then rules right into your prompt. This lets one single super smart prompt act like a whole decision tree, changing what it says based on the specific details you give it.
Let's make this real. Take a delayed shipment. If the customer is a premium member, then the AI knows to use a personal touch and offer a phone call. If the delay is more than 5 days, then it knows to lead with a sincere apology and offer some kind of compensation. This one prompt can now handle tons of different scenarios perfectly every single time. And that's the real game changer here. Just one powerful conditional prompt can do the work that used to take dozens of simple, single-use ones. Think about that. That is a massive boost in efficiency for any team.
All right, let's talk about tone. How do you get total control over the AI's voice, its style, and even its level of expertise? Well, you master AI personas. The best way to think about this is like you're casting an actor for a very specific role.
Now, a persona is so much more than just saying, you are a customer service rep. No, we're going way deeper. You define their expertise level, their personality traits. Are they super empathetic or are they a straight-to-the-point technical expert? And their exact communication style. This persona then becomes the guide for every single response the AI makes.
For instance, check out this response from an empathic advocate persona. Just listen to the language. I am so sorry. I can only imagine how frustrating. It's so warm, it's supportive, and it's all about the customer's feelings and fixing that relationship. Now for the exact same problem, listen to the technical expert persona. It is a completely different world. It's direct, it's clear, it's all about the solution. Configuration conflict, begin diagnosis, isolate the root cause. The persona completely changes the entire approach. So, you've mastered these incredible techniques. Now what? The final piece of the puzzle is to systemize them so your whole team can use them. And that is where building reusable prompt templates comes in. The value here is just huge. A good template isn't just about saving time. It's about capturing your best practices, your expertise in a bottle. It makes sure that every single customer gets that same high-quality interaction, no matter who on the team is actually talking to them. And look, a really solid template isn't complicated. It just is a few key parts. A clear name, some simple guidelines on when to use it, the core prompt itself with really obvious placeholders for the details, and, this is crucial, some notes on how to adapt it for those weird one-off situations. Honestly, the best analogy is that you're creating the perfect recipe. It's got all the main ingredients and all the steps, but it also has those little notes in the margin for substitutions or tweaks. It's a framework that anyone on your team can pick up and use to get a consistently fantastic result.
Okay, let's bring this all home. When you start using these strategies, you're making a huge shift in how you work with AI. You're moving on from just giving basic instructions to being something so much more powerful. This is your new toolkit. You've got multi-step prompting to tear down complex problems. You've got conditional logic to create endlessly adaptable responses. You have AI personas to perfectly direct the tone. And you've got templates to scale all that genius across your entire team.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. With these skills, you're not just a prompter anymore. You're not just giving instructions. You are an AI director guiding this incredible tool to create thoughtful, effective, and truly high-quality work. So the only question left is, what will you create?